Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting of this particular TV unit over here. So we'll be doing some basic lighting over here. So I'll just select this particular vertices. I'll slightly just shuffle it up. I have just set one light over here, that's one V-ray light. So what I'll do, I'll again take one more V-ray light. If you want to work with photometric lights, that also you can use it. So I'll slightly use one more kind of a supportive light over here. I'll reduce its intensity to 0.1. So I'll slightly reduce its intensity to 0.1 over here. I'll just select this light and if you want to work with the temperature, I can easily work with the temperature also. Slightly just again shift it back over here and I can, okay, something wrong gone over here. I think we have shifted this far wide. Okay, now looks much better. Again, let's switch back over here. So select this over here and I'll slightly work on the temperature. And if you don't need this, I'll just clear this map over here. I'll go into this and I'll remove this cast shadows also. So that can be done easily over here. Select this. I can slightly increase the multiplier if required. Select this particular light and increase the intensity of the light over here. So you can just add the intensity. So again select this 0.02, 0.4 is okay. So let's go into rendering, render setup. Let's check out some render settings over here. Let's go into the V-Ray, go into the image filter and I'll set it to Michelle over here. Let's go into the global DMC, local subdivisions. I'll activate this. Environment, I've activated the GA environment. If you want some other map, you can go with some other map also. That's not a problem. So if you want to go with some other map, we can take some other HDRI map if required. You can take some other HDRI maps. You can take any map. So if you just want a kind of a sky cloud or something, such kind of an HDRI, so I can just save this and let's again go into this and let's call another HDRI map. So I'll again call this HDRI map. Okay, looks much better. Ground projection you can set. You can take any of the maps. That's not a problem. So again select this, clear this. Let's take this map inside this. So go into the rendering, again go into the environment part. So let's save this. So into the environment, again I'll drag this, go into rendering, render setup, and into the render setup. So it's very important what kind of map you are taking over here. So into that, clear it, drag this again over here, and let's render it. I think now looks much better. So we have assigned a different HDRI map. So if you want increase in the intensity of some lights, we can do that, or I can just select this camera, select the camera, I think now this looks better. Okay. Now I'll again go into this perspective view. .04. I'll increase the intensity. Now let's render it again. Okay. Much better now. And if you want to give a bit of thickness to the glass, we can slightly work on that also. So let's again go into that. Into the glass section, we have this IOR. I can keep it to 2.8 if required. So you will get a bit of a thicker glass as required. So we don't need a thin glass. You can define that using this properties. That is possible. So now we can see the glass properly. Also we need to add some reflections on the ground. That's the floor part. The reflections are looking very less. So I can slightly add more reflections. Slightly you can add reflections on this also as required. I'll increase with subdivisions. Can increase some of the subdivisions. Also go into this. That's your screen part. If you need some reflections, slightly you can add that again. That's it. So let's just render it once again. Alright. So we have a total open space. So there are no walls on the other side. So directly the light is affecting. If we are putting some walls, then we can control the lights of it. So that is possible. You can do that also. We can just crunch it if required, the view, because there is lot of empty spaces on both the sides. So unless until you don't render it full, it will come to know the quality. We have also given some reflections, added some reflections. If you want to increase the subdivisions, you can do that, but it will take a bit of a longer time if you are going with that parameters. So you can just make it to 16 over here. If you want, you can put a carpet also. That's totally okay. So let's again go into the render setup. Let's see the changes. Alright. I'll just keep this minimum to 8, not much, and set it to Catmull room. That's totally okay. 0.001 over here at the minimum subdivisions. Keep it to 32. You increase it, but it's going to take up a longer time if you increase it more. Color mapping HSV, we keep it as HSV exponential. Alright, this is totally okay. Gradient map light cache. Can keep it to a high. Make it to 180 or 60. That's totally perfect. Sample size. So 0.04. I'll increase the sample size. Pre-filter is okay. Bounce is okay. Alright, this is your dynamic for the RAM limit. Perfect. So we can add a bit of exposure also. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So I'll definitely put this render output. So thanks for watching this tutorial.